JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Father and a 3-month-old son killed in West Morland, two-vehicle collision. A father and his 3-month-old son were killed in a two-vehicle collision on the Waterworks Roadway in Westmoreland on Sunday. The deceased have been identified as 22-year-old labourer Ronaldo Curlew and Denario Curlew of Galloway, logged in Whitthorne in the parish. Head of operations in the Westmoreland Police Division, Deputy Superintendent Sean J. Mitchell, said speeding appears to be the reason for the crash.
The community of Waterworks in the Whitthorne police area is in mourning following a fatal two-vehicle crash that claimed the lives of 2 individuals, including a 3-month-old child. The accident occurred earlier this morning about 7:30 a.m. when a Toyota Mark X motor car collided with a parked Toyota Axio. Initial reports suggest that speeding may have been a contributing factor to this devastating accident. And tragically, a male occupant of the Toyota Mark X, the driver, and his infant child succumbed to their injuries at the scene. The child's mother, who was also in the vehicle, was rushed to the hospital where she is currently receiving treatment. Her condition remains stable. Preliminary investigations indicate that the driver of the Toyota Mark X lost control of the vehicle, causing it to become airborne after crashing into the parked Toyota Axio. The child was flung from the vehicle as a result of the impact. The Accident Investigation and Reconstruction Unit, along with the Savlamar Police, are conducting a thorough investigation to determine the full circumstances surrounding this horrific crash.
Man was wanted for murder killed by police in Spanish Town. A 43-year-old man who was on the St. Andrews South Police's wanted list of murder was shot and killed in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Saturday. He is Andrew Powell, otherwise called Bounty, of Laggy Road, Kingston 11. About 4:50 p.m., members of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch were looking into reports of extortion in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, when their investigation took them to King Street in the vicinity of the People's Museum. There they reportedly observed a group of men fitting the description of the alleged extortionist and accosted them. The men reportedly fired at the police team and a shootout ensued. Some of the men fled. When the shooting subsided, Paul was allegedly found suffering from gunshot wounds and clutching a Smith & Wesson revolver with 4 rounds of ammunition. He was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom has launched a probe into the matter. Electrician shot and killed in Glen. The Grateful Hill community in Glen, St. Catherine, has been plunged into mourning following the murder of a 31-year-old man on Friday night. He has been identified as Leroy Davis, an electrician from Glen. Reports are that at about 11:20 p.m., Davis rode his motorcycle to a bar in the community. As he dismounted the motorcycle, he was pounced upon and shot repeatedly by occupants of a dark-colored motor car which drove away. He was assisted to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. No motive has been established in Davis's death. A probe is being undertaken by the Lindsay Criminal Investigations Branch. JCF reaped success with Wanted Wednesday campaign. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF is reporting significant progress in its efforts to apprehend wanted individuals. Within a 24-hour period, 3 people who were listed on their online Wanted Wednesdays campaign have been accounted for. 2 of them were captured, and the other was fatally shot during a confrontation with the police. Romario Grant, otherwise called Kaka, who was named as wanted in January and was featured on Wanted Wednesdays in June for murder in the St. Andrews South Police Division, was captured by the Kingston Eastern Police. He was captured after the vehicle was traveling in was intercepted on Woods Crescent in Kingston 2. 25-year-old Michael Williams, otherwise called Dry Goods, was subsequently arrested in the Bogue area in St. James on Saturday, September 14, and a warrant was executed on him. He was later charged. Meanwhile, 43-year-old Andrew Powell, otherwise called Killer and Bounty, another wanted person, was fatally shot during a confrontation with police on King Street, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, at about 4:55 p.m. on Saturday, September 14. The apprehension of these individuals underscored the JCF's commitment to maintaining law and order and ensuring the safety of the Jamaican public. The police force will continue its relentless pursuit of wanted criminals to bring them to justice. Members of the public are encouraged to report gun, gangs, and wanted persons to Crime Stop at 311 or the NIB tip line at 811. Overseas actors behind recent spike in Manchester murders. Head of the Manchester Police, Deputy Superintendent of Police DSP Duncan, says overseas criminals are the masterminds behind some of the recent murders in the South Central Parish, while other killings are linked to lottery scamming. Official figures from the police show 37 murders in Manchester up to September 7, an almost 28% increase over the 29 recorded for the same period last year. The parish has also recorded 29 shootings, 21% above last year.
Stella is separate and apart from what is happening in central Manchester. So central Manchester has its challenges, right? And like I said, persons who are off our shores, who are influencing things in our space. But we say it is on an interpersonal level. One of the things that we find that is also impacting what we're doing is the lottery scamming activities. So we find that in recent times, some of our known scammers, persons who are involved in lottery scamming activities, are being targeted by some of these persons, shaking them down, and the event that they don't honor the request, they are injured or in some instances killed. So we saw it also spill over now separate in the Christian space, where we had about 3 incidents of murder in recent times, and we also know that based on what is happening in that space, we have persons that operates in southern Glen who comes over into our parish and perpetrate some of the offenses. So the persons, like I said, and I reiterate that most of these incidents are interpersonal, where persons have conflict with each other, and that is what is spilling over and solving what we would consider to be the crime increase within the town.
Body of woman washed away in river found. A search team has recovered the body of 19-year-old Kristen Steele, who was washed away in the Wagwater River in Castleton, St. Mary, during heavy rains on Thursday. Steele's body was found shortly after 11 a.m. Saturday in the Flint River area of Castleton by the search team comprising residents, the police, and family members. The teenager was washed away along with her male friend, Omar Skyers. The two reportedly went swimming on Thursday during a visit from Kingston to the leisure spot, Castleton Gardens, and were swept away by the river, which was in spate as a result of the rain. The search for Skyers is continuing despite the inclement weather affecting sections of St. Mary. Member of Parliament for the area, Dr. Norman Dunn, said that heavy rains continue to hamper the efforts of the search and rescue team, which has been combing the river and its tributary since Thursday. It is a sad day for family members and residents who deep down were hoping for a positive outcome. On Saturday, the body of the female was found and has taken a toll on everyone. It is never an easy thing for anyone to accept the loss of a loved one, he said. Woman accused of being an informer shot dead in St. Catherine. Tragedy has struck the Commodore district in Linstead, St. Catherine, for the 5th time in as many months, with the fatal shooting of Miriam Phillips, believed to be in her early 50s. The attack occurred around 8:30 Friday morning and has left a 6-year-old boy seriously injured. He is currently in hospital in serious but stable condition. This latest killing has cast a renewed focus on the Commodore community, which has seen escalating violence since the May murder of 50-year-old political activist Georgia Draco. Draco was shot and killed days after a police team, including acting Senior Superintendent Upton Nicholson, conducted a walkthrough of the area. Sources suggest Phillips' death is linked to Draco's murder. Phillips had allegedly been marked for death by gang members who accused her of being a police informer following Draco's killing. After Draco's death, Phillips' house was riddled with bullets, and police collected several spent shells from the scene. Last week, the house that Draco had lived in, now abandoned, was mysteriously set on fire. On Friday morning, gunmen targeted Phillips at her home next door to the burnt-out house. She was pronounced at the hospital, while the injured child remains under medical care. Acting Senior Superintendent Nicholson, who oversees the St. Catherine North Police Division, noted that while the motive for Phillips' murder has not been confirmed, the police are actively seeking 2 persons of interest in connection with the attack: Glendon Amos, also known as Bull, and another man known only as Six. The Commodore district is one of the areas that is of concern to the St. Catherine North Police, and we have been conducting a number of operations pursuing persons of interest in the area, said Nicholson. He assured the community that the police are committed to bringing the perpetrators to justice. We want to assure the citizens that we'll be going after these persons and we will bring them to justice. We're asking citizens not to harbor Amos, because if they are caught with him, they'll be charged with harboring a criminal, the senior cop said. St. Andrew man charged with murder of new mother. As St. Andrew man has been charged with murder and other serious crimes for the shooting death of a new mother who was weeks away from migrating to the United States to be with her husband, who is a member of the American Army. David Anthony White, 25, also known as Trey, was also charged by detectives from the St. Andrew North Police Division with 2 counts of wounding with intent, shooting with intent, using a firearm to commit a felony, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. The charges stem from a midnight gun attack by armed thugs in King Weston District, Lawrence Tavern, St. Andrew, on August 31, which claimed the life of Renisha Gilbert Morgan, 28. 2 persons, including her husband, were also injured in the attack. Gilbert Morgan's husband was in Jamaica for the birth of their child 3 weeks before the incident and to relocate his family to the U.S. White was reportedly arrested at a rural hospital where he was being treated for injuries investigators claimed he sustained while fleeing the crime scene. Investigators believe the drive-by shooting was a reprisal for the shooting death of one of White's associates weeks earlier. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.